Hey my loves, welcome back to another Magical Moments. Today we are at Epcot at Walt Disney World, and we are here today because there is a new restaurant slash bar opening at Epcot inside of Spaceship Earth, and it's called GEO-82. Now this bar is specifically for anyone 21 and older, so I'm sorry littles, but this one's for my adults out there, my Disney adults. So if you guys want to see this, then make sure to stay tuned. All right, my love, so when you come into Epcot, you're gonna go to the right, you're gonna wrap around Spaceship Earth, and it's on the back side of Spaceship Earth, kind of facing towards the World Showcase, and it will be this first entrance right here in the Project of Tomorrow. So as soon as you walk through those sliding doors, literally it says GEO-82 right there. So that's where you'll check in for your reservation. So when you do check in, you will need to show your ID to prove that you're 21 and older. And as of right now, you do need a reservation. They are not taking walk-ups. So make sure to get your reservation on the Disney World app or online.
Do you like one as well?
Thank you so much.
Of course, my pleasure.
Oh, it smells so good.
Of course, my pleasure. Thanks so much. Of course.
Got one more.
So I would love to do a little explore with the menu with you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
So over here we do have our wonderful cocktail key. As you go through the menu, you'll start to see a little bit of the drinks themselves, having either a Nick and Nora glass, what type of ice beer we're going to use, whether we can use carbonation or stirring, with some wonderful culinary artistry coming behind them. Okay, so some of my favorites, if you're a bourbon fan like I am, we have our brown butter old fashioned. It is quite delicious in itself. It actually almost brings some breakfast flavors in. We start off with that Woodford double oak that we then fat wash with our delicate brown butter. Takes about 6 hours for that full process to take place, and then we throw a little Mexican chocolate bitters as well as that bourbon aged maple syrup that really ties it in. Don't think sweet, think balanced. For those bourbon lovers as well, we do have that exclusive Disney Select Bourbon Flight that you can't find anywhere else, exclusive to us. There's Uncle Near's Single Barrel, Woodford Reserve, as well as our Blanton's Gold, and the all-elusive Stag Private Barrel, one of my favorites as well. If you have any more detailed questions about that. If you're looking for something a little easier to drink, I highly recommend that Peach Shrub Whiskey Smash. It is delightful, nice and light, with a hint of bubbles on top. And then over here, we do have our zero proof cocktails. Now, our zero proof cocktails have just creativity and craft as our specialty cocktails, so don't count them out. Highly recommend that walk through the garden. Imagine walking through the gardens over at Discovery, or even with Living with the Land. It'd be one of those best drinks. We have our beer selection here, as well as our wine selection. Our wine selection is small production, so really we bring you some wonderful family-oriented wines to us. And if you have any more questions with that, I'm one of the Sun Level 1s. And on the back, we have our small bites. We really bring some wonderful flavors and blend them from around the world and bring it to your small bites here. One of the, in my opinion, one of the best deals we do have is that charcuterie board. Elegant, 3 different types of meats, 3 different types of cheeses, as well as one of the cast favorites is that cannellini hummus. It starts with a small bed of creamy white bean hummus, and then we top it off with a pumpkin pea stew to brighten it up, a little preserved lemons, heirloom radishes, and those Papadum crisp chips just to the right crisp. There's a lot of detail. I don't want to go too detailed for you, but please ask questions as you would like. I know it's hot out there, so I would love to start you off with a refreshing water. We do have our house triple filtered sparkling or still, or we do have sparkling or aqua panna. What would you care for?
Still is fine.
Still?
Yeah.
Still for everyone?
Still.
Would you care for any citrus at all?
Yes, please.
On its way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful geodesics here. ice cube in there for you. That is our orange Luxardo Rosette. And our brown butter old fashioned. Woodford Reserve. Please enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right, so I got the brown butter old fashioned.
That would be me smelling it.
Okay, this is very well balanced. So you taste a lot of that brown butter in there. It almost tastes like brown sugar, like almost like a molasses type of feeling, but it's so good. If you like an old fashioned and you like a little sweetness, it's not your typical old fashioned. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit more on the sweeter side. If you like that, then definitely try this.
So, on the bottom right, you'll see GEO-82. That's going to keep you directionally sound. So we're going to start from the left, going all the way around. Got our Uncle Nearest, which is from Uncle Nearest Green. Like that's the heritage that they bring into play. He's one of the first African-American master distillers. And he also worked with Jack Daniels, so great opportunity there. Above is Woodford Reserve, near and dear to my heart. Why? Woodford Reserve is first off one of my favorites, but as well as they've done something that we will never get again. It is two single barrels blended together with that master distiller. So it is a blend of one of its own. And then as well as we have Blanton's Gold. Now Blanton's Gold is significant in itself. Why? Because this is found in the honeycomb area of the warehouse where it produces some of the best bourbon in the world. At the bottom we do have our Stag. This is going to be our highest proof. It's 130 proof with the highest rye count. And honestly, it produces actually a wonderful cherry note as you drink it. So one of my favorites as well. Please enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions.
So we have 2 different kinds of bread. So we have baguette, cranberry loaf on the other side. We have 3 different kinds of meats. So you have hamon iberico, wagyu bresaola, calabrese salami in the back. You also have 3 different kinds of cheeses. At the front is going to be tête de mon. You have truffle trimmer goat cheese at the back over here. At the center, you have Point Reyes blue cheese. You also have E&B pickles. These 2 at the front, they look very similar, but they're very different. So you have peach chutney and honeycomb brought to us locally here in Florida. And I personally like to finish this dish off with our pecan olive griddle that's at the top. It's like the dessert of the dish. Right? Enjoy, everybody.
Thank you so much. Right, so our server actually just told us that these pickles are very special because they are a grandma's recipe from one of the curators here at GEO-82. So that's just amazing. I love that they incorporated their employees' like families and their history and their recipes. Makes it more special.
These pickles are family recipe from grandma, and that's you?
They are, yes. It's my grandmother's bread and butter pickles.
They are amazing.
Yeah, that's what I grew up on.
So good.
If it's not broke, don't fix it, right?
No,
Exactly,
exactly.
You have a fantastic
Oh my
recipe
God.
and you just keep going. That's it's an heirloom. It's a family.
I love it.
It's just a little piece of my life, my history. So little touches here and there.
Yeah, we literally took one bite. We both looked at each other and go, "Oh my god!"
Well, there's some more left on there. So
I know, we were
what's going on?
fighting
We're
about
gonna split it.
We have to split it because we don't know who could have it.
I can bring a couple more out here.
Oh yeah? Okay.
But thank you so much.
You're very
That's
welcome.
what I'm telling you.
You're right.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I am very blessed and fortunate to work amongst some of the most talented chefs and beverage professionals as part of the beverage team. So I'm Evan, Stephanie, who leads our beverage team, and I really were on this project from the moment that it was an idea into iteration. Although in any project things change and they evolve, there were a few guiding principles that were always the same. I think number one was this idea of guests have never been able to access this space before for the general public or park goer. And so you're seeing this space that is inside of Spaceship Earth, the beacon of the park. That was something special, and we wanted to do something that was elevated, nuanced, and inspired in the same way. Other principles were that Epcot has become this food and beverage destination over the years. And so we knew that everything we wanted to do here wanted to be culinary focused, ingredient driven cocktails with modern bartending techniques. So the things that they're doing in the world's great bars, that should be in Epcot because that's what Epcot is to us. And then there was that idea of constant innovation, inspiration, inspired by the shape language. That was one of the great words that our Imagineers told us I had never heard before. So the space should be an ode to and should feel like Spaceship Earth. From the touch and feel when you walk in to the glassware. So if you've seen the Rocks and Collins glasses today, people said, oh my gosh, those have to be custom made. That's the exact pattern of the ball. We said, no, we're just kind of research nerds, and we found the things, or the signature Geo coupe, that really felt like they should be in the space. And then we wanted to make sure that every drink had an element of chef preparation and culinary touch. When we moved to wine, we knew that we wanted it to be small production, family owned. So all of the wines, although you'll probably be very familiar with the varietals we have, most likely they're producers that you're trying for the first time. So this idea that you could go here with something that you could try it first and end up loving and sharing with friends. I think that was all part of the GEO-82 dynamic. And then paying homage to how the park evolved. So I think throughout the years, you'll see elements and overlays from our festivals or the time of years, even cocktail templates. You think about things like an old fashioned or the shrub that can evolve and grow with seasons. I think is really cool, and that's some of the things we're part of. And then we also heard the never before artwork that our Imagineers were crafting for the space that were a tribute there. So I think those were all moments that stuck with us. And I'm proud to say that much of it is still intact. When you talk the bourbon selections too, that's like a story on its own. So all of these bourbons were selected not only for Disney. There was no intent to pick this for the property and put them everywhere. They were really picked for this space and from producers that we loved and we were inspired by or that were guest favorites. The best part about this too is that the training's been fully immersive. So when you think about Woodford Reserve and Elizabeth McCall being their master distiller now, 2 weeks ago, Elizabeth was right there talking to the cast about how that barrel was picked with the team, the differences between the double oaked and the like private barrels versus the regular Woodford, why they proof at around 90.4% all of these incredible moments. And so even cast members that are seaters that have like, I've never made a cocktail, I've never worked it, they're so proud to share those stories. If you came through and you saw the beautiful display, all of those bottles that are signed were because they participated in educating the cast here. Melissa, who's a master taster at Old Forester, her bottle is signed up there. Victoria Edie Butler, who is the master distiller of Uncle Nearest, 2-time master distiller of the year back-to-back on multiple occasions. She came and talked to the cast. So it's really as delicious as the bourbons are, the storytelling moments are there. And this idea that you have a Blanton's Gold single barrel or a Stag single barrel, when the blog came out, I can't tell you how many texts on my phone said, they said, you guys are wild. You're going to put that in a flight?
Yeah.
And so those are moments too, and little nods. I hope if you love bourbons, whiskeys, also agave, when you have a moment, check out the back bar too. There are some outstanding selections, both which are widely known, and some that if you just are an advocate or have an affinity for spirits, you'll be like, wow, I cannot believe they have a bottle of Fortaleza Añejo on the back bar, or Jack Daniel's Coy Hill, things like that. So all great stuff.
Okay, so our server just informed us the ties that they are wearing, they are actually gold of the sphere, of the actual spaceship Earth. And the reason why they're gold is because the original renderings for the sphere were gold. But because it was so hot, it was emitting so much heat. And that's the reason why they decided to change it to the silvery gray color that you now see today.
And then we try to utilize every part of this drink itself. So we bring in the peach and mint shrub that we do. We take the peach from it and make a peach chutney over a mascarpone cheese and a shortbread cookie.
Ooh, thank you. Yum. I'm so excited to try this. I love that. Like, there's such a presentation with every single drink. And look at how cute that looks. It almost looks like a baby Yoda. So immersive. I love it. Okay, so we're going to try it right now. Very light, refreshing. You definitely get the peach flavors coming through there. I don't feel like it's like very whiskey forward. It is more of like a simmered down drink. Very, very refreshing. But let's take a bite of that mango chutney with the mascarpone. It is not mango. It's peach. No wonder. It goes with the drink. Duh. It's very good. Okay, so if you guys come to GEO-82, please make sure to check out Mark. He has been the absolute best. Giving us all of the details. So sweet, so accommodating. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you.
Each master distiller, and these are the honey barrels that they picked out of their rack houses, just to be able to try it except for here.
Okay.
And then these are all the master distillers that came down to sign the bottles. They did all the training for our cast members, all our bartenders and servers and seaters. I mean, I think they got a Disney trip out of it, you know. But I think, you know, but when you had that expertise coming down, you know, that's how important it was for them to, you know, show off their products.
Definitely, yeah.
And then you'll find like a lot of these things are under allocation, like the Baccarat. You know, sometimes you only see in like a lottery, like the Total Line, or maybe a charity auction, or if you know someone that bought a bottle at a charity auction, so we have a lot. That's a lot of our back bar.
One of our early concepts of Spaceship Earth is before it was even put onto them. These are going to be the triangles before they got put onto Spaceship Earth. We are using pop art as well to sort of emphasize Spaceship Earth being here. But you'll notice how there are lines over here and a truck in this corner. What could be happening here? These are actually in the parking lot of Spaceship Earth before we are fully open. And you'll also see how some of them are gold. Don't worry, this is part of our Photoshop once again. We did edit them to be gold. But that's because Spaceship Earth was originally supposed to be gold. Now what I like too is how our silver is leading us toward Spaceship Earth and into our present, while the fireworks in the gold are reminding us to celebrate our past. It's one of my favorite things I like to talk about. Yeah, if you have any questions about the art too, I'm here to be that little person for you to answer any questions you have. I love art, so thank you for being here. Thank you.
All right, my loves, we just finished our time here at GEO-82. Let me tell you, if you are 21 and older and you're coming to Walt Disney World, specifically Epcot, do not miss out on coming here. Make sure to get your reservation. The whole entire experience we had was amazing. The cast members are so informative. The storytelling that they are able to provide you, it just makes you enjoy it even more. And let me tell you, that charcuterie board, we ordered 2. It was that good. And the drinks, top notch. I mean, the bartenders were just back there moving and shaking literally the whole entire time. So make sure to come and check out GEO-82 for yourself. Now, if you guys like this video, then make sure to hit the like button. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so you guys will know there's another magical moments. And until our next magical moments together, bye! All right, my loves, so we just left GEO-82, and they are so sweet. They gifted us for being among the first people on opening day to experience GEO-82, a specialty wine glass that states GEO-82 on it. I am so excited. This is great, and you can't even purchase this yet. It's not even available. So I love this. Thank you.